And good morning, KU. I'm Jack Graham alongside my partner, Dan Garrett. Dan, what's been going on campus recently?
Well, the big news that's been going around right now is that there are reports of spider bites that have been happening to the freshmen in the new dorms.
Really?
Apparently, a lot of the freshmen have just been getting bit. So
do they know the cause of that yet?
No, I'm wondering if they took the beddings and stuff from McCollum and put it in the new dorm, or if they got new beds. So hopefully we find that out. I hear that Kansan is going to be doing a story about that soon. So
okay.
Hopefully we find out more.
I hope so. I actually heard friend from a friend that someone had a spider bite on their thigh, covered their entire thigh. It was insane.
It's really
bad.
It
was just gnarly.
And then also tonight, it's an evening with NBC's Josh Mankiewicz tonight at 7:30 to 9 p.m. at the Dole Institute.
Really?
Yeah, he's going to be talking about his journalistic career. He covered the 1980 Iran hostage.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it should be a really exciting event.
No kidding. Did you know today is the 21st anniversary of Friends?
No, I did not.
Did you know I have a crush on Jennifer Aniston?
I mean, who doesn't?
Okay, touche. But 21 years ago today, we all wish that we lived on the Upper East Side of Manhattan and spent our time in Central Park.
That was a good show.
Oh my God. Just legendary. Who's your favorite character?
Well.
And why?
Oh, jeez. Okay, I know everyone hates Ross. I saw a thing. Everyone hates Ross. He's the most hated character.
Did you know they haven't had a Friends reunion because David Schwimmer doesn't want to meet up?
Why not?
Yeah, D. Schwimmer, he's like, I don't really want to meet up with you guys. And Courtney Cox, the whole rest of the crew, Matt LeBlanc, they're all like, hey, let's hang out, let's chill.
Yeah, if they all met up, that would be huge.
They were gonna have a movie, but Schwimmer didn't want to do it.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Just get rid of him.
Yeah.
Do it without him.
Anyways, KU had a bye week in football.
Mm-hmm.
We got Rutgers this week, the Scarlet Knights. You think we can take them?
Hope so. I mean, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I think we can do it.
Yeah.
I think we got a strong fan base coming out to support. It's road game? Road game this week, I believe.
I think so.
I think so. Bullwinkle should be packed, I'm sure. I probably won't be there, but it should be a good scene. You have fun this weekend?
Yeah, I actually went to Missouri, and I went with the KU water ski team, and
really
went to their events. It was really fun.
How does that work out? What goes on there?
So they have all the members. They race individually, and then they put all their scores together. So they'll do tricks and long jump, and our team usually comes in first, but we only had one female come to compete this year,
really?
So we got half points, and we still managed to come in second place, which is really good.
She must have been killing it.
They were really good. Our team is really good, so you should come out and see them.
Do you water ski?
No, I've never water skied before.
No, me neither. I'm not
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Just kind of hung out in Lawrence throughout the weekend. I've got a wedding to go to this Friday and Saturday. My cousin's getting married in Kansas City, so that should be fun. I know there was a big Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah, I heard about
last night. Actually, a member of our crew got to take a picture with Mike Moustakis last night, so I know you're pretty jealous. I was when I heard it. I heard the wife had a huge ring.
Yeah, I imagine.
Not surprised.
Mm-mm.
Well, stick with us, and we'll be right back with our interview.
And welcome back to Good Morning KU. I'm TJ Blake. One of the greatest parts of having such a large campus and having so many people here is bringing in the special guests that we have to this university and to this show. This morning we've got Judy Lloyd with us, and she has had a number of experiences that she's here to talk with us about. She's a Dole Fellow at the Dole Institute. You want to tell us a little bit about your relationship with Senator Dole and the Dole Institute?
Absolutely. So first, happy to be here on the KU campus. I've been to Kansas several times, but I've not been on the campus, so this is very exciting for me. I worked for Senator Dole back in the 80s and 90s and worked in the Capitol for him after serving President Reagan.
Yeah.
So I was at the USDA during Reagan. I worked for Bob Dole, traveled extensively with him, and have moved on to do other things in politics. In fact, I was the first woman ever appointed to the Western region for the Department of Labor under Bush 43.
Yeah, so you've been under Bush, been under Reagan.
Yep.
Worked for Senator Dole. So
yes.
You've pretty much scanned the whole political spectrum, huh?
Well, I guess you could say that. I actually was an appointee of Arnold Schwarzenegger's when he was governor of California, which was
The New Apprentice.
That's right, The New Apprentice. So. And it's my career has taken a lot of twists and turns. I grew up in upstate New York, went to Washington, D.C. after that, and had the good sense to marry a Californian and get the heck out of there.
And go over to California,
and
right?
There we are.
So can you talk to us a little bit about the program that you're going to be bringing to campus this fall?
Absolutely. So I'm doing a program on authentic women and the originality that got them there. And I've got some very special guests coming who are one-of-a-kind people.
Yeah.
One of them, I'm actually, interested. I've seen all the media this morning about Pope Francis and
about coming to the United States.
About coming to the United States. And my friend, Ellie Schaefer, is actually the director of the White House Visitor's Office. She actually just got married to her significant other this past weekend, but they couldn't take a honeymoon because she's got the president of China coming in and the Pope.
That's a pretty big week after a wedding, huh?
It's a pretty big week after a wedding, that's for sure. So I'm looking forward to welcoming her.
Well, cool. So you're bringing her in as a guest. Who else is going to be coming in as a guest for your study group that's going to be happening?
Well, I mentioned Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm bringing in his former deputy chief of staff. Her name is Donna Lucas. She's one of the most foremost public affairs officials in the United States, who also was chief of staff to Maria Shriver. And she's working on several projects with Maria right now. In fact, she accepted my invitation right after getting off the phone with her, so I'm excited to bring Donna in. She'll have a lot of insights on what's going on in California politics and nationally.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you've got a whole bunch of different guests coming in, and I know that they're all women that are in leadership positions, right? A couple different industries as well. So some of those are like politically based, but you've got a couple others as well, right?
I do. I have a former State Department official under President Obama. She's the Undersecretary of State. Her name is Ellen Tauscher, and she is one of Hillary Clinton's confidants, and so she'll be able to speak quite frankly about her friendship with Hillary and Hillary's suitability for office.
Yeah.
And that's very exciting. It's going to be, I think, a great program. There's going to be a lot of high-profile people. One person I do want to focus on, who is a KU alum, is a woman named Lydia Beebe. She's actually on the KU Endowment Board, and she rose up the levels at Chevron Corporation to become the first and the highest-ranking woman right here from Kansas, and she's a kick in the pants. I think people will really like to get to know her because, in fact, all of my guests are a lot of fun. Very serious women, but a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, and so she's coming back to KU now. She's sure
She will be. Yes, she will be.
Well, that's a lot of fun. So, what is kind of the format of the study groups? When are they taking place? What do they look like?
So they're going to be on Tuesdays, and they're going to go from noon to 1:30. I'll interview the guests. And I'm going to ask a lot of interesting and zany questions because I've known some of these women for a very long time. So 12 to 1:30 out at the Dole Institute.
Okay. 12 to 1:30 at the Dole Institute, and so that'll be a bunch of fun.
Yeah.
And so I know you've been super involved in politics. You worked out in California. You're currently working for a senator right now.
I am.
I want to know your input on our current presidential candidates. What do you think's happening? Obviously, there's Trump, there's Fiorina, there's Clinton. What's your opinion of what's going on right now?
Well, I think it's maybe one of the most volatile election cycles I've ever seen. I've been involved for 30 years, since 1984, Reagan, in presidential politics. Will we see a first woman president, and who will she be? Certainly Carly has moved up.
Yeah.
Certainly Hillary has moved down, and we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, lots of people would say Hillary is no Bill Clinton, which is true. I mean, certainly we know that from when Bob Dole ran against Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton won again to become president. Carly, I had the opportunity to work with in California when she ran against Barbara Boxer, and I would say this, don't underestimate Carly Fiorina. But still, there's never been a woman president, and who might it be? My choice would actually be Condoleezza Rice, who's one of my role models. So
yeah, she's one of the hardest women to get to come and visit. She's got
We'd
that
love
star
to get her
power
out
as
here
she goes.
sometime, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to be an exciting time. And really quick, what's your opinion of Trump? You think he's doing a lot of good for the Republican Party?
Good wouldn't be the word I would use, actually. I'm much more favorable to the governors, Kasich, Christie. I've met Kasich, I've met Christie, I've met Bush. I know them. I'm much more favorable towards them, or someone like Marco Rubio, who I think actually has the experience to be a good president. So
fair. And
yeah,
maybe won't say quite as many offensive things on the air type of thing.
I would imagine none of those gentlemen and none of the ladies will say as offensive things as Donald Trump.
Fair enough. Well, the last thing I kind of want to ask you is, you've obviously accomplished a lot in your political career and your career elsewhere, and you're at a very high point in your life right now. We've got a university filled with lots of people that want to achieve great things, lots of women that eventually want to go into big careers. What would you say to someone that in 10, 15 years wants to be in your position?
Wow, so I started 30 years ago, and I didn't have any political connections. My father wasn't rich. I just happened to get involved in politics at a very interesting time, right after New York redistricting, actually, because I'm originally from upstate New York. And I was asked to go to Washington after I organized an ice cream social for my county party. And my congressman had just been elected, and he remembered that, and he said to me, would you please come and be my receptionist? And that's how my career started. And I went from there to working on the Reagan campaign, and ended up being a senior staff member at the Republican National Committee and working for Bob Dole, and have just really enjoyed my career. I've always, like Dole, been a centrist. And I think that there's a great deal to be said for that. A lot of the women who are coming, my friends, are Democrats and Republicans coming.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to hosting all of them. I think it will be a very provocative discussion.
Yeah.
And there's something for the men, too, because all these women achieved major roles. Oh, and I didn't mention, I am bringing a former ambassador in, Lisa Gable, who runs the Healthy Weight Commitment Foundation. So she's doing a lot to change the perception and try to help us make healthier choices.
Yeah. Well, that sounds awesome. It all started from an ice cream social.
That's
so,
right.
You never know when your first opportunity is going to be.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, TJ. Appreciate being here.
Definitely appreciated it. And we'll come back with you, but just so you know, Tuesdays at the Dole Institute, so you'll have to stop by.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Hi, I'm Anna Pinkowitz.
And I'm Lydia Taylor. This is your Tuesday Good Morning News Update. Pope Francis will be arriving in the United States today for a week-long visit. The Pope will visit Washington, D.C., New York City, and Philadelphia this week. His trip will include a procession through Central Park before holding Mass in Madison Square Garden on Friday. He will return to Rome on Sunday evening.
New studies have shown that certain superfoods can help you build a better brain. While supplements have not shown any benefit to maintaining cognitive fitness, foods such as blueberries, fish, walnuts, and kale can help slow the aging process. Such diets might also prevent Alzheimer's disease.
The South Lawrence Traffic Way is still on track for completion in the fall of 2016, although parts of it might open sooner. The bridge that connects the east and west legs at Iowa Street is already complete. Plans for the entire project are continually changing, and a discussion about the interchange at Clinton Parkway is most prominent at this time.
KU students will soon be required to take sexual harassment training. According to an article in the UDK, the Office of Institutional Opportunity and Access is preparing a new training program with interactive video and a quiz. Executive Director Jane McQueenie says that training should take roughly 20 minutes to complete.
2 TCU football players have been suspended from the team after arrests on the charges of robbery and assault. Senior Mike Tuowa and freshman Andre Peters Wilson were arrested Sunday and posted $15,000 bail each. They were released from Fort Worth Jail Monday. The alleged incident took place the day after the third-ranked TCU opened their season with a 23-17 victory at Minnesota.
Law enforcement in Kansas have been awarded grants for body cameras. Wichita, Dodge City, Wyandotte County, and Kansas City, Kansas are among the 73 law enforcement agencies in the 32 states to acquire these. Lawrence Police Department has not applied for this grant.
That will wrap it up for our segment, but we're going to be coming back with Josh and Lauren, and we're going to talk about their bet. I don't know if you guys remember the last time they made a bet against the Chiefs and the Broncos, so unfortunately our Chiefs lost, so we're going to come back to them. Thanks, guys.
And welcome back. This is Josh, and I'm with Lauren, and we're here to talk about our Chiefs-Broncos bet.
That you lost.
Went a little bit sour, but yeah, we were up, and I just don't know.
I mean, with 5 turnovers in a game, you can't expect to win.
Yeah, I guess that's how it goes. But Peyton Manning, he sucks. Kinda.
Except for he came back. He came back in the second half, and he showed his true self.
Yeah, he
was
did.
back to his old ways.
Yeah, what was the bet again?
The bet was $10 and Chipotle.
Was that it? All right. I have neither of those for you, but maybe next week I'll bring them.
I hope next week, because I'm hungry.
Are you?
I am.
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping in this morning on Good Morning KU. Have a great day, everybody.